So today's tutorial is going to be on this super bold, colorful, dramatic, smoky eye with a bold lip. And I just wanted to do something really bold. Did I say bold already? And I just wanted to play with colors, and I was truly inspired by a sunset. And I know that sounds a little corny, but the sky was just the most beautiful sky. And it went from like really dark, like purples and oranges, and just like the sun was shining. I was just like really inspired. So this is what I came up with today. And I love how it turned out, and I know it's very dramatic and out there, but I absolutely love it. I love how the colors played out together and everything. I just, as always, all the products and brushes and everything, links and anything that's helpful that I think that you may want to know will be listed down below in the description box. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So without any more rambling, if you want to see how to get this really bold smoky eye, then just keep watching. So I've already started this eye off camera just so I have an idea where I'm going with this look. And I did my foundation, and I only conceal and set this under eye right here. I haven't prepped or set this under eye or anything, just because there's a lot of fallout and a little bit of a cleanup to do. So I left this side blank. I only have foundation on this side. And of course, I've already filled in my brows, but I will be listing all the products that I use down below in the description box, just in case you're interested. So now we can get started on this eye look. I have my little Z palette here, and I'm gonna be focusing mostly on these colors right here. So to prep my eyes, I'm gonna be using MAC Pink Pot in Painterly, and I'm just gonna apply this with a flat brush like this because I want to carve out and clean up my eyebrow as well. So first, I want to set the eye primer and highlight my brow bone. So I'm gonna be using this eyeshadow right here. It's from Inglot, and this is the number 355. And I'm gonna use a packing brush like this, and I'm going to concentrate this from underneath my brow, on my brow bone, all the way down to my crease. So first shade I'm gonna be using is Chickadee by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to be using a fluffy blending brush like this. And I'm just gonna do back and forth movements and concentrate this on my crease. Next, I'm gonna be applying Cocoa Bear, and I'm gonna use the same blending brush. I'm going to concentrate this on my crease, but just a little below the first eyeshadow that we applied. So now with the more precise blending brush, I'm gonna use my MAC 217. I'm gonna go in with Poppy by Makeup Geek, which is a beautiful coral red shadow. And I'm going to layer this right below the previous eyeshadow and concentrate it on the crease, but more precisely. As a base for the smoky eye, I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs Highliner, and I'm going to create a very small, thin line and staying very close to the root of my lashes. As you can see, it doesn't have to be precise whatsoever, but you just wanna make sure you cover that little piece of skin that you sometimes peeks through between your lashes and your eyelid. So that's what you wanna cover this with. And also I'm going to tight line my upper lash line, also using the same highliner.
Why are you doing that?
Now I'm going to begin to smudge this eyeliner, and I'm using this brush right here. I'm going to do flicking motions and just make sure everything is nice and blended, and that will give us a nice base for the next eyeshadow that we're going to put on top of that. So next, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Bitten, which is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. And I'm going to pick up my Sigma E25. I'm going to pack this all over my lid, making a nice transition from that dark, the black eyeliner that we just put on, all the way up, and keeping it lower than the crease, but just covering my entire eyelid with this shade right here. So at this point, you want to take a good look at both of your eyes and make sure that if you have to do tiny little adjustments, add a little bit more of a certain shade or another and do a little bit more blending. Sometimes certain shades get a little lost along the way. So that's where you want to take a look and see if you need to add a little bit more of this or blend a little bit more of that and do like a little bit of, adjustment. per se. Now for the final shadow, I'm gonna go in with this little the Balm Cosmetics eyeshadow, and this is from the Meet Matrimony palette. I got this on my Ipsy bag, I think last month, and it's just such a beautiful, deep, like wine burgundy eyeshadow that it's a little bit darker than that Bitten that we used before. So I'm gonna put this right on top of that the black base that we put on before, and I'm just gonna blend it with the Bitten that we already have going on. So now it's time to clean up this eye, conceal my under eyes, and set everything so we can move on to the lower lash line and finish the look. Now I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and I'm going to be using a concealer brush like this, and I'm going to conceal as I normally would. And once I get right here at this part, I'm going to make a very sharp line so I can get that really sharp, beautiful outer edge. So I'm gonna blend this up with my Morphe G2. So since this concealer is much thicker than what I usually use, which I love for certain times, I'm going to lightly bake. I have a damp beauty blender here. I'm just gonna dip my beauty blender onto my RCMA no color powder, and I'm going to set my under eye very quickly. And I'm gonna immediately dust it off with my Luxie 522. So first I wanna line my waterline, and I'm gonna be using ColourPop gel liner in Get Paid. I'm gonna kind of follow the same order with the eyeshadows. So first I'm gonna go in with Chickadee, and this is an e.l.f. crease brush, which I love for the lower lash line because it's super fluffy and soft and comfortable, and really nice when you wanna place just a little bit of color and, you know, kind of like a blend it out with just a little bit of color on the lower lash line. This is a great affordable brush. So now I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna dip my brush into Cocoa Bear and just layer this on top of the first eyeshadow. So now with a flat, precise brush, I'm gonna go in with Bitten and really concentrate this on the very root of my lashes. So to cover that really tiny little part where you can see your skin, I wanna really concentrate this on that spot. Now I just go back with the same brush and blend it all together. So continue with the same brush. I'm gonna dip my brush into a black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna really concentrate this on the very outer corner just for a little bit of dimension. So now I'm going to curl my lashes, apply some mascara top and bottom, and I'm going to pop in some falsies, and today I'm using Ardell Demi Wispies, and these are just gonna make my lashes like really full, but you can still see all the nice little colors that we have going on, so it's not gonna cover up all of our work too much. So I'm just gonna do this off camera and I'll be right back. So to completely finish off the eyes, I want to highlight the inner corners, and I want something really that's gonna make my eyes pop. And I can't think of anything else but to use my champagne pop. So I'm gonna pick up a small brush like this and really pack this on my inner corners. So now, because I wanna be a little extra, what else is new? I'm going to pop up some glitter on my inner corners. So first I'm gonna pick up my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I put a little bit on the back of my hand like this, and then I kind of dip my brush and just go right where we apply that champagne pop. So the glitter I'm gonna be using is from Lit Cosmetics, and I forget what shade this is, but it's such a beautiful, just like golden glitter. So I'm gonna pop this on the inner corners, and I will have the name listed down below for you. And I'm gonna move on and finish the rest of my face. So I'm gonna start by contouring my cheekbones with some Sigma Aura powder, and this is in the shade In the Saddle. So for highlight, I'm going to be using the same Becca Champagne Pop. Today is gonna be one of those days that more is more. I'm gonna go in first with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Vamp. So now on the very center of my lips, I'm gonna add a little bit of this Milani metallic lipstick, and this is in the shade Materialistic. Alright guys, so that's it for this tutorial. I was really craving a colorful smoky eye with a very bold lip, and I am so happy with how this turned out. And if you decide to recreate this looks, please don't forget to tag me, Twitter, Snap, Instagram, whatever. I love to see what you take it from my tutorials and adapt and make it your own. Nothing makes me happier. I absolutely love that. And as always, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, and if you learned something new, please give me a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.